So students, we are going to study about the coastal plains. Okay, and these coastal plains are one of the important physiographic feature of our country. Okay, the coastal plains of our country can mainly be divided into two divisions. Okay, it can be mainly divided into two types actually. One is the western coastal plain and another one is the eastern coastal plain. The western coastal plain, it lies between the Western Ghat and the Arabian Sea, and the eastern coastal plain, it lies between the Eastern Ghat and the Bay of Bengal. Okay, so in between the Arabian Sea and the Western Ghat, there lies a very small, narrow plain actually, which is known as the Western Coastal Plain, and the Eastern Coastal Plain is comparatively wider and broader than the Western Coastal Plain actually. Okay, so here in this portion, we are mainly going to discuss the main characteristics of the Western Coastal Plain and the Eastern Coastal Plain. Okay, that means we are trying to highlight the differences between the West and the East Coastal Plains. Okay. The Western Coastal Plains are an example of submerged plain, and it is believed that the city of Dwarka, which was once a part of the Indian mainland, situated along the west coast, it submerged under the water. So the Western Coastal Plain, it is actually an example of the submerged coastal plain. Okay, the Western Coastal Plain is a submerged coastal plain. Submerged coastal plain means the area. Okay, the coastal plain has is submerged under the water actually. Okay, it is submerged under the water body. Okay, means because of this water and all, the oceanic water and all, the oceanic water has encroached the plain, and a major part of this coastal plain is under the coast, under the ocean actually. And it is also believed that once a city used to exist actually, and the name of the city was Dwarika. Okay, even in this we have in the this epics actually. Okay, there's a mention of Dwarika. Okay, the main, there's a name named Dwarika. Okay, city named Dwarika, which has mentioned in the different epics actually. Okay, so it is believed that the city of Dwarika, which was a part of the Indian mainland actually, it also got submerged under the water, okay, in the coast actually, in the western coast. So because of this submergence, it is a narrow belt and provides natural conditions for the development of ports and harbors. So the western coastal plain, basically the western coastal plain is a narrow belt. Okay, it's a very narrow belt of coastal areas, which is favorable, okay, which provides the natural conditions for the development of the ports and the harbors. And this is the reason that in the western side, in the western coastal plain, many different ports has been set up in our country, such as the Kandla port, the Majagaon port, the JLN port, that is the Jawaharlal Nehru port, the Navasiba port, the Marmagaon port, the Mangalore port, the Cochin port, etc. Okay, these are the different ports, okay, which has developed in the western coastal plain, because the western coastal plains, it provides the natural conditions which are required for the development of these ports and all. Okay, because here in this part, the western coastal plain is a submerged area actually. Okay, so that means a major part of the coastal plain is under the water. Okay, and because the water is available, so the ships and all, they can easily reach the mainland actually. Okay, reach the coastal areas. Okay, and because of which the development of the ports has taken place in the western coastal plains. Okay. These are some of the important natural ports located along the west coast actually. So these are the name of the ports such as the Kandla, the Majagaon, the Jawaharlal Nehru port, the Navasiba, the Marmagaon, the Mangalore, and the Cochin port. Okay, these are some of the ports which has natural ports actually, which has developed along the west coast or along the western coastal plain. So this western coastal plain, it extends from the Gujarat coast in the north to Kerala coast in the south. Okay, so the coastal plain actually, okay, the western coastal plain, it extends from Gujarat, okay, in the north to Kerala in the south. So you can imagine that the western coastal plain is very much long. Okay, it means from Gujarat till Kerala, the extension of the coastal plain is there. And this western coastal plain is mainly divided into three divisions. Okay, it is mainly divided into three divisions. That is the Kutch, the Kathiawar coast in Gujarat, the Konkan coast in Maharashtra, and the Goa coast and the Malabar coast in Karnataka and Kerala, respectively. Okay, so there are three divisions of this coastal plain. The western coastal plain, that is the Kutch, okay, which is in the Kathiawar coast in Gujarat, the Konkan coast, which can be found in Maharashtra, and the Goa coast and the Malabar coast, okay, which lies in the state of Goa, Karnataka, and Kerala, respectively. The western coastal plains are narrow in the middle and get broader towards the north and south. So basically, the western coastal plain, it is a narrow plain in the middle, and in the north and in the south, it is much wider actually. So in the middle only, okay, that is in this Konkan coast only, it is very much narrower actually. But as we move towards the coast of Kerala, Karnataka, or if towards the coast of Gujarat and all, okay, it becomes more wider. And the most important feature of this western coastal plain is that the deltas are not formed in this area, okay, in this western coastal plain. The rivers flowing through this coastal plain, they does not form any delta. Like in the case of the eastern coastal plain, the delta formations are there, but in the case of the western coastal plain, there is no such formation of the deltas and all, okay, because the western coastal plain, okay, only few rivers they drain into the Arabian Sea through this western coastal plain, okay. So instead of the formation of the deltas, here we can find the formation of the estuaries, okay. Estuaries are also just like the deltas, but they are very much smaller in size, okay. So when the rivers actually they flow and they drain into the oceans actually, so before draining into the ocean, they deposit the sediments, okay, like on the mouth of the ocean actually. So that particular in that particular area only the deltas and the estuaries are formed, okay. So here in the western coastal plain, the deltas are not formed, as because only few rivers they drain into the Arabian Sea, but instead of the delta formation, we can find here the formation of the estuaries. But this region is most notable for the kayas, that is the backwaters, which are used for fishing, inland navigation, and also due to its special attraction for the tourist. Okay, so the Malabar coast, okay, the Malabar coast, which can be found in parts of Karnataka and Kerala actually, this part, okay, this part is very much famous for the kayals. Kayals are at the backwater, means the part of the oceanic water. The oceanic water, they enters into the mainland, okay, they enters into the mainland and they get stored in the mainland actually. So this water, okay, this water which gets stored in the mainland, the oceanic water which gets stored in the mainland actually, okay, they are known as the backwaters or the kayals, okay. And such backwaters are very much common in the Kerala coast actually. In the state of Kerala, such backwaters are very much common, okay. And these kayals or the backwaters are the mainly used for fishing, okay. It is used for inland navigation. Inland navigation means from for moving from one particular area to another, okay, within the land area, using the small ships and the boats and all, okay. And it is like a special tourist attraction place actually, okay. Many of the tourists they visit these places every year actually, okay. Every year, the famous Nehru Trophy Vallamkali boat race is held in Punnamada Kayal in Kerala. Okay, and even in the like in many of the channels and all newspapers also, we come to know that in Kerala there is a famous festival actually, you can say, like the boat race is being conducted every year. Okay, so this boat race which is being conducted every year, okay, it is conducted in Kerala, and it is mainly conducted in this Punnamada Kayal actually, which is one of the largest kayal of the backwater found in Kerala. Okay, so this is what about the western coast actually. So the western coast, they basically lie between the Arabian Sea and the Western Ghats. They are not so much wider actually, but in the center they are narrower, and as we move towards the north of the south, they become little bit wider. And this part of the western coastal plain, it supports the formation of the ports and all. The natural ports has been formed here in this part. Okay, and it is mainly divided into three sections. That is the Kutch, the Konkan, and the Malabar. These are the three subdivisions of this western coastal plain actually. See, as compared to the western coastal plain, the eastern coastal plain is broader and is an example of an emergent coast. Okay, so as compared to the western coastal plain, the eastern coastal plain is much wider and it is an emergent coast. Like in the case of the western coastal plain, we saw that the western coastal plain is a submerged coast actually. That means a part of the western coastal plain has got submerged under the water. But in case of the eastern coastal plain, okay, it is not a submergent coast actually, but it is an emergent coast actually. That means here in this eastern coastal plain, okay, a part of the oceanic area has been occupied by the deposition of the sediments, and it has led to the formation of this coast actually. In this part of the eastern coastal plain, the deltas are formed. Okay, the eastern coastal plains are very much in this part actually we can find the deltas which are formed by the river Mahanadi, the river Ganga, the Godavari and all. Okay, and one of the largest delta which has been formed in this eastern coastal plain by river Ganga is the Sundarban Delta. Okay, so these deltas are actually the in the coastal plain. These deltas are the marshy areas and all. Okay, which are where the sediments are being deposited before the water drains into the Bay of Bengal. Okay, and these deltic regions or the deltas are very much suitable. Okay, for growing for plantation. Actually, different types of plants and trees are grown over here, and it is suitable for agricultural practice. Okay, like the Sundarban Delta, it is a very forested area. Okay, where we can find the Sundari trees and very famous for the Royal Bengal tigers and all. And the deltas which are formed by the Mahanadi, the Krishna, the Godavari and all, okay, they are mainly used for the formation, for the cultivation of rice and all. Okay, because here we can find some deposits of alluvial soil actually. Okay. So there are well-developed deltas here formed by the rivers flowing eastward into the Bay of Bengal. Okay, and the deltas are mainly formed by the rivers which flow towards the east and drain into the Bay of Bengal. These include the deltas of the Mahanadi, the Godavari, the Krishna, and the Kaveri. Okay, the deltas are mainly formed by the Mahanadi River, the Godavari River, the Krishna River, and the Kaveri River. Because of its emergent nature, it has less number of ports and harbors. Okay, so in the eastern coastal plains, we find only a few number of ports actually. Okay, because it is emergent in nature, and as because of its emergent nature actually, it does not support the development of the ports actually. So the ports which has been developed in the eastern coastal plain are like most of these ports are man-made ports actually. Okay, they are not natural ports actually. Okay, like the Kolkata port is there, the Haldia port is there. Okay, the Chennai port is there. So the number of ports in the eastern coastal plains are very few as compared to the western coastal plain. The continental shelf extends up to 500 kilometers in the sea, which makes it difficult for the development of good ports and harbors. And basically, just because of the presence of the continental shelf, which extend up to 500 kilometers in the sea, the area is not suitable for the development of ports and the harbors. Okay. Now the question is, what are continental shelves? Continental shelves are actually where the land surface ends and the coastal areas start. So a part of the land surface is submerged under the water, means the break. Okay, the break from where the coastal area, where the oceanic area starts actually. Okay, so this part is the continental shelf actually. So a larger part of this continental shelf can be found in the ocean also, in the sea also. And this is why the formation of the ports and the harbors are not favorable in this eastern coastal plain actually. The eastern coastal plain is highly fertile as compared to the western coastal plain. Okay, because in the eastern coastal plain, the rivers they drain. Okay, and while draining drain into the Bay of Bengal, and while draining into the Bay of Bengal, they deposit the sediments. That is, the alluvial deposits are being deposited along the eastern coastal plain, and it makes the land fertile. Okay, and this is the reason that the coastal areas of Tamil Nadu, the coastal areas of Andhra Pradesh, the coastal areas of Odisha and West Bengal are used for agricultural purpose. Okay, in Tamil Nadu coast, basically in the state of Tamil Nadu, in Tamil Nadu coast, rice cultivation is very much favorable. Okay, because a special variety of rice is grown in this eastern coastal plain. Okay, where the rice can thrive well in the saline water conditions as well. Okay, so this is what about the western coastal plain and the eastern coastal plain, and they are found in between the Western Ghat and the Arabian Sea, and in between the Eastern Ghats and the Bay of Bengal. Okay, so students, if you look at this map, you can see that this part, the Western Ghat is there in the western side. Okay, and the Arabian Sea is there. Okay, in the western. So it is written, it is pointed with number 5 actually. Here you can see. So on the west, we are having the Arabian Sea and we are having the Western Ghat. So in between this red line, which you can see, which is the Western Ghat and the Arabian Sea, a very narrow plain actually, a very narrow plain exists. Okay, and this narrow plain is actually the Western coastal plain. Okay, this narrow plain which exists between the Western Ghat and the Eastern Ghat. Okay, it is the Western coastal plain, and it is divided into 3 sections. One is the Konkan, okay, here in Gujarat. Another one is the Okay, sorry. One is the Kutch in Gujarat and the Konkan in Maharashtra and the Malabar in this Karnataka and Kerala. Okay, here you can see. Okay. On the other hand, you can see here on the right hand side along the Bay of Bengal. Okay, it is mainly divided. Okay, the eastern, in between the Eastern Ghat and the Bay of Bengal, a wider plain exists. Okay, in between the Eastern Ghat and the Bay of Bengal, a very wider plain exists, which is known as the Eastern Coastal Plain. So this Eastern Coastal Plain is much wider. Okay, is much wider and broader than the Western Coastal Plain. And here you can see that the river Godavari, the Krishna, the Kaveri, the river Mahanadi, and all, they all drain into the Bay of Bengal. And while draining into the Bay of Bengal, okay, they form the deltas. Here you can see that small lines. Okay, where the river meets the oceanic areas and all. So these are the deltic regions actually. Okay, and this eastern coastal plain, in this eastern coastal plain, actually, we are having the deposition of the alluvial deposit. Okay, alluvial sediments are present in this region, and this is why this part is used for agricultural practice, because here the alluvial soil is found and the land is suitable for growing the crops and all. Okay, so extending from here in West Bengal, we are having the deltas, the Sundarban Delta. Okay, and the coastal plain starts from here, from the Mahanadi River. Okay, from the Mahanadi River till Kaveri River here, this part is the western coastal plain. And you can see and you can compare by seeing the map also that which one is more wider actually, which one is narrower. Okay, so this is what about the western coastal plain and the eastern coastal plain. Okay, which lies between the Bay of Bengal and the Eastern Ghats and the Arabian Sea and the Western Ghats.